Hi, good afternoon. It is Poem Praise 2 coming to you at 2:02. So, what it do? No, I just wanted to rhyme, y'all, but for this afternoon, what I have for you is I am going to go over my notes for day number 2 at the 21 Queens Summit that I went to. And the date was March 22nd, because I certainly do date my notes. And for this second day, it was entitled, the subject for the day was Mind Over Matter. And just so I'm not too long, I got my timer here. So one moment while I set this. Thank you for your patience. And for this discussion, it was mindset, mental health, and education was the subject for day number 2. And these are my notes that I have for you. Get your mind right. Get it right, get it tight, get your mind right. Okay, imposter syndrome, superhero tendencies, forgiveness, gratitude, positive mindset, mental health, emotional well-being. Now we have superpowers, we women, and make things happen. Now for the superpowers, you know what I thought about, because I got to add on a little bit to my notes while I'm reading through them. The superpowers, I used to think about like the activation twins, how they just would activate, and the fact that they would touch and agree, and there was some type of activation that was going on regarding having the superpowers. And I certainly am going to wave. I like to welcome you into the room. It is I, Poem Praise 2. And for the IG name I'm welcoming into the room is Sweetness. That's all ran together as WEETNESS 196-52821. I do thank you for joining, and peace and blessings be upon you. I'm going to go ahead and get back to my notes. Currently right now I'm giving notes of what transpired on day 2 at the 21 Queens Summit. Next, after having the superpowers, we have superpowers and make things happen. Kim Vaughn, I have her name as We Are Survivors. Every day, you and my presence to man gots to be excellent. We are creative. Certainly said a couple affirmations there with the we are survivors and we are creative. Next, going right along in my notes is I have Cassandra Gray. She spoke at the Summit of Mental Disorders of the Mind, Stress, Fear, and our thoughts. Next, I have 4 things to deal with. 1, make sure you take a moment to rest. Certainly to rest your body, rest your mind, and spirit. Because up under that particular notes I have is mind, body, and spirit for resting. Now, eat right so that your body is healthy. And definitely take a moment to breathe. Next I have is check your posture, which I can certainly give you a visual right now, checking the posture. And I have next in my notes is check your shoulders. I'm not slumped over, actually sitting, because in reference to that, the outside can do some changes with what is going on the inside. So you know how your posture and this See, the slumping, the spine's not straight. That's not good posture. So definitely what you're doing on the outside can certainly help for what's going on the inside, for external and internal. Next I have in the notes is to use music, read, paint, walk, exercise. For myself personally, I like the music. I like to read. I read various books. And I certainly like to walk too, as far as exercise. Now, next in my notes is without walking may disorder the mind. Address mental house so the rest of the house can stay in order. So I like that concept in the notes in reference to addressing your mental house up here so that the rest of the house, your temple, so that everything else is in alignment and stays in order. So the dome, so definitely to keep the mind in order. Next in my notes that I have is raise foot and stomp it. And the reason why I'm smiling, y'all, because I'm looking at my notes, which I'm going to show you too. Because I showed you yesterday some notes. You see the little 2 explanation points and a smile. Because when I'm taking notes, sometimes I'll be having little pictures in my notes. So, I certainly have to look at that because I kind of reflect back on what we were doing in the actual conference. And where actually it was our participation for that particular part in the actual summit. We were actually raising our foot in the physical. It was participation and stomping some things out in the summit. So doing something in the physical and taking care of things in spiritual, different realms. Next I have is affirmations. Yes. And as far as me personally, I do have affirmations. I might have, I'm not going to share them with you on this particular video, but I do have affirmations that I say on a daily basis. And I've acquired the affirmations from different individuals. Louise Hay, I actually have affirmations from her that I wrote down regarding affirmations for relationships. And those are some good affirmations. So I'm going to make a note of that. Give me just one moment here. That I'm going to have a date where it's just going to be affirmations. I'm going to name it that too. And I'll just go through the affirmations. Okay. Next, I'm going to go right ahead, and the next thing I have on my notes is good things can, will, and shall happen. That's an affirmation right there, because you actually speaking some things. Good things can, yeah, they can, and will, that's going to the future. And shall, that's like right now, like shall happen. And be it so. Like I just said that for me and for you in the room and for whoever listens to this video, whether it be in the morning, afternoon, or evening that you hear this, that good things can, will, and shall happen. Now, Kim, I have the name Kim. Then the next thing in my notes is the breakdown starts the breakthrough. I almost could actually have a talk on that. I'm going to just go through my notes. I might have to start that because, wow, Kim, just that sentence, just the fact of just having that sense, if you could just look over your life and think how the breakdown starts the breakthrough. If you've ever had a breakthrough in your life, did it start at a breakdown? That's just a question. You can actually just ponder the question. Think about the question. Reflect on the question. I'm going to continue right along here. Because I'm looking at my time. Time is of the essence. And I don't want to hold you too long. And I'm not going to be on here too long. And the purpose to make sure that I stay on time and on schedule, I got a timer right here. Okay. Moving right along. Next, in my notes that I have, it came from Debbie Goodwin. And she had regarding hope, excuse me, not hold, that's the first word. She actually broke the word hope down into an acronym. And the H is hold, and the O is on, the P, pain, the E is in. So hold on, pain ends is how she broke the word hope down. Now, the next thing I have in my notes is random times of the day to have motivational quotes or music. So this was dealing with like the phone, where a person, I don't have this on my phone, but a person can have it where it sends them notifications and you can actually look at your phone and be a motivational quote or some music periodically throughout the day. And certainly, I think you might get the concept, but Sweetness, I didn't let you know Sweetness 196-52821. I want to make sure I get them numbers correct. What we're talking about is mindset, mental health, and education. Now back to having the things periodically go through your phone or periodically throughout the day. Just might be a quick moment of motivation. Now, me personally, I possibly would have like different sounds or something throughout the day to just reiterate or to give you just a moment to think on motivation, positivity throughout the day. Next I have in my notes is neurofeedback, okay, therapy 1 week, and a technique another week. That was dealing possibly with some type of counseling right there. And the next one, I have a laugh because it's in my notes, but I'm a straight just have to go 100 right here. Okay, excuse me for the cuss word, but that's what's written in my notes. And the Janice Bishop Carter said, the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Okay. So the little saying I have is sometimes you got to put on your fuck 'em dress and just say fuck 'em. That's when you just get in a certain type of mentality. It's just like no holds barred. You get your mind right. That's what that's about. For that statement, the one I gave about putting on the fuck 'em dress, and the one she gave, the subtle art of not giving a fuck. Now we're gonna continue on in the notes. We actually gave a broke down of the different decades. 20-year-olds trying to figure it out. 30-year-old trying to figure it out. Then we got the 40-year-old swag. And then at 60, nobody was thinking about you in the first place. Just different contests of different decades of what an individual might be thinking or going through at that period in life. And then in my notes I have a detailed letter to someone. How they have enhanced you. So to actually write down to someone how they have enhanced you. This is about being grateful. This is about having the gratitude and gratification of what someone has actually done to you in your life. Then you can read the letter to them, mail the letter to them, read it to them, and certainly just being grateful, having the gratitude. And the last part I have in my notes is from Dolores Jones, where she said, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to get great. Like that concept. So good here on Poem Praise 2. I'm going to say that one more time just for you. And you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to get great. And, that does complete the notes that I have for the second day of the 21 Queens Summit that I went to, the Women's Summit, with the subject of mind over matter, where we discuss mindset, mental health, and education. Stay tuned for my review of the 21 Queens summit that I went to. Day 3 is going to be tomorrow. I'll give you a preview of what tomorrow is going to be about. Poem Praise 2 coming to you at 2. It's going to be about the financial tools, money, financing, and investments. And I can certainly give you my notes, what we went through on day number 3. But until then, I certainly want for you to be well, to be safe, to be blessed, and it be at thy will. I'll talk with you soon. From me to you, it is Poem Praise 2. So, certainly hope to see you next time. If you would like to hear me, Poem Praise 2, on other streams, you can certainly go to YouTube, Poem Praise 2, or you can go to, you're already here on IG, or you can go to TikTok, that's Poem Praise 2 too, or Twitter, that's Poem Praise 2 too. All across the board is Poem Praise 2. So, till next time, later y'all.